Chen woke up to the sound of arguing. It was not loud shouting. It was the quiet kind of fight, low voices, controlled tones, the kind adults thought children could not hear. The ceiling above her was familiar. Pale yellow, with a small crack near the corner. Her childhood room. She froze. This room no longer existed. In her last life, the house had been sold after her parents' cold separation. Lily remembered packing alone, remembered no one asking her where she wanted to go. Her heart began to race. She sat up and looked at her hands. Small. Smooth. No scars. No signs of the years she had lived. "I'm back," she whispered. The door opened softly. "Lily, wake up. You'll be late for school." Her mother's voice, Grace Chen. Gentle. Warm. The same voice that once told her, "Don't make trouble. Think of your brother and sister first." Grace smiled, brushed Lily's hair with her fingers, and left. Lily stared at the door long after it closed. So it was real. A second birth. Same house. Same people. Different heart. At breakfast, everyone was there. Her father, Chen, sat at the head of the table, reading news on his phone. Serious as always. Authority in his silence. David, the eldest brother, was already dressed in a neat shirt, eating quickly. Anna, her second sister, sat quietly, scrolling on her phone, eyes tired. And Lily. The youngest. The one no one ever worried about. "Eat faster," Mark said without looking up. "David has a meeting." "Anna, don't be late again." No one told Lily anything. She picked up her spoon and watched them carefully. In her past life, Lily had loved this family desperately. She tried to be good. Quiet. Understanding. She thought if she caused no trouble, they would stay together. She was wrong. This time, she did not feel love first. She felt clarity. "Dad," Lily said suddenly, her voice light and innocent. "Why does David get to leave early every day, but Anna gets scolded if she's late?" The table went still. Grace turned quickly. "Lily, don't ask that." Mark frowned. "What kind of question is that?" Lily tilted her head. "I'm just curious. David is important, right?" David paused, uncomfortable. Anna's fingers tightened around her phone. Mark cleared his throat. "David has responsibilities." "Oh," Lily said softly. "So Anna doesn't." Grace forced a laugh. "You're too young to understand." Lily smiled. In her past life, she never asked these questions. She swallowed them whole. After breakfast, Lily put on her shoes slowly. Grandma Chen sat on the sofa, watching her. "This child's eyes are sharp today," Grandma muttered. Lily looked back at her. "Grandma, you always say David looks like Grandpa. Does that mean you love him more?" Grace rushed over. "Lily." Grandma snorted. "Of course I love him more. He carries the family name." Anna flinched. David looked away. Lily nodded seriously. "That makes sense." Grace looked pale. At school, Lily barely listened to the teacher. Her mind was busy replaying memories of the future, Anna crying alone at night, David moving out without saying goodbye, her parents sitting at opposite ends of the living room like strangers. She remembered how it ended. And she remembered how no one ever talked about why. That afternoon, rain fell heavily. Lily stood at the gate, watching parents pick up their children. Grace arrived late, phone still in her hand. "Sorry," Grace said quickly. "Your father." "It's okay," Lily replied. Grace relaxed. "You're such a good child." Lily looked up at her mother. "Mom, if I wasn't good, would you still come?" Grace froze. At home that night, Mark and Grace argued again about money, about David's future, about Grandma moving in permanently. Lily stood at the top of the stairs, listening. In her last life, she cried when they fought. This time, she walked down slowly. "Why don't you just say what you really think?" Lily asked quietly. Both parents turned. "Lily, go to your room," Mark said sharply. Lily didn't move. "Dad," she said, calm and clear, "you're angry because no one listens to you. Mom, you're tired of pretending everything is fine." Silence. Grace's face drained of color. Mark stared at Lily as if seeing her for the first time. A child should not speak like this. Lily felt her heart pound, but she did not regret it. She bowed her head slightly, polite and obedient. I'm just saying what everyone is thinking. She turned and walked back upstairs. In her room, Lily closed the door and leaned against it, breathing deeply. This family was already cracked. She was not here to fix it. She was here to let the truth break through. And for the first time in 2 lives, Lily Chen smiled, not sweetly, not sadly, but with quiet resolve. The Chen household did not explode after Lily's words. That was the strange part. Instead, everything became quieter, too quiet. The kind of silence that presses against your ears and makes small sounds feel dangerous. At breakfast the next morning, Grace moved carefully, as if stepping on thin ice. Mark spoke even less than usual. David ate quickly and left early. Anna didn't look up once. And Lily watched. In her first life, she believed silence meant peace. Now she knew better. Mom, Lily said suddenly, breaking the stillness. Why does David never wash his own bowl? Grace froze mid-step. Because he's busy. Lily nodded, thoughtful. Anna is busy too. She studies and works part-time. Anna's hand paused. Grace forced a smile. Anna doesn't mind helping. Lily turned to her sister. Do you? Anna looked startled, as if the question had never been allowed to exist. It's fine, she said softly, out of habit. Lily said nothing more. She simply handed her own bowl to Anna, then stopped halfway. Oh, Lily added, voice innocent. Or should David do it? Since Grandma says he carries the family name. Grace's face stiffened. Anna slowly pulled her hand back. I'll leave it, Anna said quietly. She stood up and went to her room. The sound of her door closing echoed louder than expected. Grace stared at Lily. Why are you saying these things? Lily looked confused. Aren't they true? Grace had no answer. That afternoon, Grandma Chen invited a neighbor over for tea. Lily sat beside her, swinging her legs, listening as Grandma proudly spoke about David, his job prospects, his discipline, his future apartment. And my second granddaughter, the neighbor asked politely. Anna, right? Grandma waved her hand. She's too soft. Girls like that don't go far. Lily tilted her head. Grandma, weren't you soft once too? Grandma scoffed. I had no choice. Lily smiled sweetly. Neither does Anna. The room went quiet. That evening, Anna stayed in her room. Lily knocked and entered without waiting. Anna sat on her bed, staring at nothing. You're mad at me, Anna said flatly. Lily shook her head. I'm not. You embarrassed Mom. And Grandma. Lily sat beside her. Did I lie? Anna swallowed. No, she admitted. Lily leaned back, staring at the ceiling. In the future, you stop coming home often. Anna turned sharply. What? Lily blinked, then laughed lightly. Just guessing. But Anna felt a chill. Later that night, David came home late. Mark immediately questioned him about his day. When Anna came out for water, no one noticed. Lily noticed. Dad, Lily said, why do you ask David everything, but never ask Anna how she's doing? Mark frowned. She's fine. Anna laughed quietly. It wasn't a happy sound. I am, she said. I always am. David finally snapped. Why is everything suddenly a problem? Lily looked at him calmly. Because it always was. David stared at her, unsettled. For the first time, the perfect brother felt exposed. Grace tried to smooth things over. Lily, go play. Adults are talking. Lily stood up obediently, but before leaving, she said softly, Mom, when Anna cried last year, you told her not to be sensitive. Grace's hands trembled. I remember, Lily added gently. That night, Lily lay awake, staring into the dark. In her past life, Anna disappeared quietly, married early, moved far away, learned how to smile without feeling. Lily used to blame her for leaving. Now she understood. The next day, Lily followed Grandma into the storage room while she searched for old photo albums. Grandma, Lily asked casually, if Anna married someone you didn't like, Would you stop talking to her? Grandma snorted. If she disobeyed, that would be her choice. Lily nodded slowly. Then when she leaves one day, don't say you're surprised. Grandma turned sharply. What nonsense are you saying? Lily met her eyes, steady, clear, unafraid. That evening, Anna packed a small bag. Just overnight, she said. But Lily knew better. At the door, Anna hesitated. She knelt and hugged Lily tightly. You're different, Anna whispered. But, thank you. Lily hugged back. As the door closed, Grace finally broke down, confused and angry, blaming everyone and no one. Mark slammed his fist on the table. David stood frozen, realizing for the first time that being favored did not mean being loved. And Lily stood quietly in the hallway. In her first life, this was where she begged them to stay together. This time, she only watched. Because the favorite was finally uncomfortable. And the forgotten had finally been seen. The house did not fall apart that night. But the cracks were spreading, slow, deep, and impossible to ignore. Anna did not come home that night. She sent one message to Grace, I'm staying with a friend. Don't worry. Grace read it 3 times. She's being dramatic, Mark said, pacing the living room. Over nothing. Lily sat on the floor, doing homework quietly. Nothing? Lily asked without looking up. Then why didn't she say goodbye to you? Mark stopped pacing. Grace pressed her lips together. Lily, please don't add fuel to the fire. Lily looked up. I'm not. Fires only burn when something was already there. Mark stared at her. You're getting too bold. Lily nodded seriously. That's what you said to Anna too. Silence fell like a heavy blanket. That night, Lily dreamed of her past life, Anna's wedding invitation arriving late, David's empty room, Grace crying quietly in the kitchen while pretending everything was fine. She woke up before dawn. At breakfast, David finally spoke. Where's Anna? Grace hesitated. With a friend. David frowned. Since when does she leave without explaining? Lily answered calmly. Since no one listens. David slammed his chopsticks down. Enough. Why is everything her fault now? She chose to leave. Lily tilted her head. Did she choose to feel invisible too? David stood up abruptly. You're just a kid. Stop acting like you know everything. Lily met his eyes. You hate this house too. You just don't admit it. David froze. Mark's voice cut in sharply. That's enough. Lily, apologize. Lily didn't move. Apologize, Mark repeated, anger rising. Children shouldn't challenge adults. Lily stood slowly. Dad, she said, voice steady, you don't want respect. You want silence. Mark's face darkened. Go to your room. Lily obeyed, but she didn't cry. Upstairs, she sat on her bed, heart pounding. In her first life, this was where she learned fear. Learned obedience. Learned how to shrink. Not this time. That evening, Grace came into Lily's room quietly. You scared your father today, Grace said gently. Lily looked up. Did I lie? Grace sighed. Truth doesn't need to be said so sharply. Lily smiled faintly. You say that when truth makes things uncomfortable. Grace stiffened. You always say endure a little, Lily continued softly. You told Anna that. You told me that. Who were we enduring for? Grace's eyes filled with tears, but she quickly wiped them away. You don't understand how hard marriage is, Grace said. Keeping a family together requires sacrifice. Lily nodded. You sacrificed Anna's feelings. And mine. Grace stood up abruptly. You're too young to judge me. Lily watched her leave. The next day, Lily did something deliberate. She called Anna. Anna sounded surprised. Lily, come home tonight, Lily said. Dad wants to talk. That's not true. Lily smiled. I know. But you should still come. Anna hesitated. Why? Because Mom won't say what she needs to say unless you're here. That evening, Anna returned. Grace looked shocked. Mark looked irritated. David looked conflicted. Dinner was tense. Halfway through, Lily spoke. Dad, Mom, she said politely, Can we talk like a family? All of us? Mark frowned. After dinner? No, Lily said. Now. Mark's patience snapped. Who taught you to speak like this? Lily answered quietly. No one. Grace swallowed. Lily turned to Anna. Why did you leave? Anna looked at her parents, then at David. For once, Anna said slowly, I didn't want to pretend. Mark scoffed. Pretend what? Anna laughed bitterly. That I'm fine. That I don't notice the favoritism. That I don't feel tired. David opened his mouth, but Anna continued. You raised David to be strong, she said, voice shaking. You raised me to be quiet. Grace burst into tears. I did my best. Anna nodded. I know. But your best still hurt. Mark slammed the table. Enough. Families don't talk like this. Lily finally spoke again. That's why this family is breaking. Everyone turned to her. You never listened, Lily said calmly. Not when Anna cried. Not when David struggled. Not even when Mom was exhausted. Mark's voice softened, confused. Then what do you want? Lily's chest tightened. In her past life, she begged for love. This time, she told the truth. I want you to stop pretending control is care. No one spoke. That night, Anna stayed. But the house felt different, like something fragile had finally cracked. Later, Lily stood alone on the balcony. She thought she wanted revenge. But what she really wanted was to be heard. And once the truth started speaking, it refused to be quiet again. The Chen house felt crowded after Anna came back. Not because of people, but because of words left unsaid. David started coming home later. When he did come back, he went straight to his room. Anna stayed quiet, polite, but distant. Grace cooked more dishes than usual, as if food could glue cracks together. Mark pretended everything was normal, which only made it worse. Lily watched all of it. She knew this stage well. In her first life, this was when the siblings drifted apart, not loudly, not dramatically, but with sharp little cuts that never healed. One evening, Lily found David in the living room, staring at his phone without scrolling. Brother, Lily said, sitting across from him, do you like being the favorite? David looked up sharply. What kind of question is that? Lily shrugged. People think being chosen feels good. David laughed coldly. You think I asked for it? Lily tilted her head. Did you ever refuse it? David fell silent. Later that night, Lily found Anna folding laundry alone. You're angry at David, Lily said. Anna didn't deny it. I've always been. Lily nodded. But you never said it. Anna smiled sadly. Because saying it wouldn't change anything. Lily looked at her carefully. What if it already has? The next day, Grace asked David to help with something simple, fixing a loose cabinet door. David snapped. Why is everything suddenly my responsibility? He said sharply. Grace stared at him. I'm just asking for help. Anna looked up from the table. Funny. I've been helping my whole life. David turned to her. You're acting like a victim. Anna stood up. And you're acting like you earned everything. The air went cold. Mark slammed his hand down. Enough. This is exactly why children shouldn't talk back. Lily spoke quietly. They're not children. Mark glared at her. You stay out of this. Lily didn't. Dad, she said, you always say family should support each other. Why does that only mean Anna supporting David? David snapped. Why are you always dragging me into this? Lily looked straight at him. Because you've been hiding behind silence too. David laughed bitterly. You think you're so righteous. You're just enjoying watching everything fall apart. The words hit harder than Lily expected. For a moment, she couldn't breathe. Anna stepped forward. Don't blame her. She's just saying what we never dared to. David looked at Anna, really looked at her, for the first time in years. You hate me, he said quietly. Anna didn't deny it. Sometimes. Grace gasped. How can you say that about your brother? Anna's voice shook. Because I'm tired of lying. David grabbed his jacket and left. The door slammed so hard the picture frame on the wall tilted. That night, Grandma Chen called Lily into her room. "You're stirring trouble," Grandma said sharply. Lily met her gaze. "I'm stirring truth." Grandma scoffed. "Truth doesn't feed people." Lily looked around the room, at old photos and heavy furniture. "Neither does favoritism." Grandma's eyes narrowed. "You sound like your mother did when she was young." Lily froze. "What do you mean?" Grandma hesitated, just for a second. "She talked back too," Grandma said finally. "Before she learned her place." Lily's heart skipped. "Why did she stop?" Lily asked. Grandma waved her hand. "Because I taught her." Lily understood then. This wasn't just her parents' failure. It was inherited. The next day, Anna packed again, this time, more carefully. "I'm moving out," she told Grace calmly. Grace broke down. "You're abandoning this family." Anna shook her head. "I'm saving myself." Mark tried to stop her. David wasn't home. Lily helped Anna carry her bag to the door. "Will you be okay?" Anna asked, kneeling to Lily's height. Lily smiled faintly. "Better than before." As Anna left, Grandma muttered, "Ungrateful." Lily turned slowly. "She learned that from you." That night, David came home drunk. He sat on the floor, back against the couch, staring into nothing. "They all think I'm the problem," he said hoarsely. Lily sat beside him. "You're not the only one," she said. "You're just the loudest." David laughed weakly. "You really enjoy breaking people, don't you?" Lily closed her eyes. In her first life, she thought pain was proof of love. Now she wasn't sure. The next morning, Lily overheard Grandma arguing with Grace. "She's not Mark's child," Grandma snapped. Lily froze in the hallway. "What?" Grace whispered. Grandma realized too late what she had said. Lily stepped into the room. "What did you mean?" Lily asked calmly. The room went silent. Grandma's face hardened. "You talk too much for a child." Grace's hands trembled. Lily's chest tightened, but she didn't cry. Not yet. Because the truth she was pulling apart was now pulling back. The words Grandma spoke did not disappear. "She's not Mark's child." They stayed in the air, heavy and sharp, cutting through Lily's chest. Grace stood frozen, her face drained of color. Grandma turned away first, pretending she had said nothing, busying herself with folding a blanket that didn't need folding. Lily didn't move. "Grandma," Lily said softly, "say it again." Mark came out of the bedroom then. "Say what?" Grace's lips trembled. "Mom, what did you mean just now?" Grandma slammed the blanket down. "You heard wrong." "I didn't," Lily replied calmly. Mark looked between them. "What's going on?" Grace finally broke. "She said Lily isn't your child." Silence exploded. Mark laughed once, sharp and disbelieving. "That's ridiculous." Grandma crossed her arms. "Then why don't you ask your wife?" Grace covered her face. Lily watched Mark's expression change, confusion, anger, disbelief, then something deeper. Fear. Mark turned to Grace. "Is it true?" Grace shook her head desperately. "It's not that simple." "That's not an answer," Mark said, his voice low. Lily spoke then, steady and clear. "So you knew. All of you knew. And I was the last one." Grace collapsed into a chair. "I was young. I was scared. Mark agreed to raise you." Mark stared at Lily like he was seeing a stranger. "You let me believe," his voice broke. "You let me believe you were mine." "You are her father," Grace cried. "You raised her." Mark laughed bitterly. "Raising isn't the same as choosing." Lily's heart hurt, but it was a clean pain. A pain with shape. In her first life, she always felt different. Unwanted. Like she didn't belong. Now she knew why. David came home midway through the storm. He stopped at the doorway, sensing something was wrong. What happened? No one answered. Lily looked at him. "I'm not Dad's biological child." David's eyes widened. "What?" Mark sat down heavily. "Your grandmother never wanted Lily. That's why." Grandma scoffed. "I told you not to bring her back." Grace sobbed openly now. "I thought if I loved her enough, it wouldn't matter." Lily finally spoke the question that had lived in her heart for 2 lives. Is that why I had to be good all the time? Grace looked up, shattered. I didn't mean to. But you did, Lily said gently. You needed me to be easy. So no one would regret keeping me. Mark couldn't look at her. David sat down slowly. So all those years. Make sense now? Lily asked. David nodded numbly. The house could no longer pretend. That night, everything came out. Mark admitted he always felt distant but blamed himself for it. Grace admitted she used peace as an excuse to avoid truth. Grandma admitted she never accepted Lily and never tried to. No one apologized properly. But no one lied anymore. Later, Lily sat alone in her room, staring at the moonlight on the floor. She thought she wanted to tear the family apart. But what she really wanted was this, the truth standing naked, unable to hide behind tradition or silence. Grace knocked softly. Lily, can I come in? Lily nodded. Grace sat beside her. I failed you. Lily didn't comfort her. I know, Lily said. Grace cried quietly. The next morning, Mark packed a small bag. I need time, he said. To think. Grace nodded, hollow. Before leaving, Mark stopped in front of Lily. I don't know how to be your father, he said honestly. Lily met his eyes. Then don't pretend. Mark nodded once and left. David moved out a week later, not angry, just lost. Grandma stayed silent, smaller than before. The house felt empty. Peaceful. Lily stood in the living room, the same place she once begged everyone not to leave. This time, she felt light. Because collapse wasn't the end. It was the moment truth finally breathed. The Chen house became quiet in a new way. Not the heavy silence of secrets, but the open emptiness that followed truth. Grace moved through the days slowly, no longer pretending cheerfulness. Grandma spent most of her time in her room, her sharp voice dulled by the weight of what had been exposed. Mark did not come back. David sent short messages, polite, distant, unsure. And Lily finally slept through the night. One afternoon, Anna returned to visit. She stood in the doorway, hesitant, as if the house might reject her. It feels different, Anna said. Lily nodded. Because it is. They sat together on the couch where arguments once bloomed. I heard everything, Anna said quietly. About you. Lily smiled faintly. Now you know why I never felt like I belonged. Anna reached for her hand. You belong with me. Lily held her sister's hand, not clinging, not desperate. Just present. Later, Grace joined them. I won't ask you to come back, Grace said to Anna. I won't ask you to forgive me either. Anna exhaled. That's enough for now. For the first time, Grace didn't argue. That evening, Mark came by to pick up more clothes. He didn't stay long. Before leaving, he handed Lily an envelope. Inside is your birth certificate, he said. And the truth. Lily accepted it calmly. Thank you, she said. Mark hesitated. I did love you. Even when I didn't know how. Lily met his eyes. I know. And for once, she truly did. Days passed. Lily began packing her own small bag. Grace watched silently. Where will you go? To a school dorm, Lily replied. A scholarship. Grace's eyes widened. You're still a child. Lily smiled gently. Not inside. On the morning she left, Grandma finally spoke. You're walking away from your family, she said. Lily bowed politely. I'm walking toward myself. Grandma said nothing more. At the door, Grace hugged Lily tightly, but Lily didn't promise to return. She stepped outside. The air felt fresh. In her first life, Lily carried her family's pain like a debt she owed. In this life, she chose something else. Not revenge. Not repair. Freedom. As Lily walked away, the house behind her stood still, no longer a cage, no longer a dream. Just a place she once lived. And Lily Chen, born twice, finally belonged to herself.